Hello and welcome to Airtel Touching Lives. I'm your host, Wana, and this is the show that is all about changing and transforming the lives of Nigerians all around the country. Tonight, we catch up with a story from a past season.
So I remember the moment when I got the prize, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, I wasn't really thinking much, really. It was just like, this is really happening. And I think it was really humbling for me.
And we visit a school that needs so much assistance.
It's like making a step while the world is going forward and the school is making a step backward.
The students, they sit on the floor, no chair for them. Even the classroom is nothing to write home about.
We have only one toilet, and that toilet is not good.
Going to that toilet is an eyesore. 980 people using one toilet.
I wanna touch your life. I wanna be the change. I'm gonna shine my light. I'm gonna make a difference. Touch your life. Be the change. Shine my light and make a difference. You're the one to make the world a much better place. You're the one. You're the one. Touching lives.
She Writes Woman was founded by Hawa Ojefo after her experience with mental illness as a way to support others in need of assistance. From a 24/7 helpline to monthly support groups, She Writes Woman ensures that people with mental illnesses don't have to suffer in fear and silence.
So I use my personal experience to help other women understand that they're not alone, that there is a community of women like me who have been there and who are ready to speak up for all of us. So it's letting them feel comfortable, it's letting them feel confident that their story is not over. Life doesn't have to just stop.
I lost my mum when I was very young, about 9 years old, and I didn't have the words to really cope with what I was going through. So for a long time I bottled up the feelings inside myself, and obviously they were rising up and they were manifesting themselves as anxiety and depression.
The support group is one of our most, sought after solutions, because sadly we're in a society where the first kind of support and understanding you're going to get from a mental health diagnosis or disorder isn't going to come from your immediate family and friends. So you're going to need a place where you can talk freely. We say it's a safe place you can talk without fear of judgment or stigma.
I joined the support group first. As far as I was concerned, it was free therapy. And free therapy is always welcome because therapy costs an arm and a leg in this country. And also, I realized that, wait a minute, there are other people who are going through what I have gone through. And I can use my experience to help them not suffer as much as I had to, because I didn't have anybody to talk to in my time. And so those were the two reasons why I joined. It was the fact that I was free therapy, and it was an opportunity to also give back from my own experience.
It is treatable. So you wonder why people have to stay suffering for so long.
It was so healing, just being able to share with other women and also just hearing what other people are going through. So I didn't just focus on my problem, but I found myself being a support for the other ladies in the session with me.
We're dealing with real life issues. People's lives are literally at stake, and it's important that we do get funding for the work that we do.
The whole of Nigeria is watching, and I'm sure there's going to be so much support pouring through as well. But of course, Airtel is going to still do something amazing for you, because we are touching lives after all. So what Airtel would like to do is to rent a space for a year in Ikeja for you. Are you trying to hide from crying? What is and with an inverter as well to make sure that the place is running.
Oh my God.
That is so cool.
This is awesome.
So fun.
And that's actually like one of the #1 challenges every single month,
month,
finding a space. So
finding a
this
space.
is awesome.
Getting a space is really hard because people want to charge for it. And we offer the services for free.
You know, so this is so amazing. This is so amazing. You know, it's gonna change a whole lot of things for us. You know, it's gonna help us reach more people, do more things, because we're about solutions. You know, how do we get people solutions creatively, innovatively, more and more solutions? How do we get it to where they are? How do we get them to come to where it is, you know, and just how do we operate efficiently and, you know, rather than just being all over the place all the time.
We recently went to visit the new premises to see how things have changed since we last saw Hawa at the Airtel Touching Lives studio.
So I remember the moment when I got the prize, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, I wasn't really thinking much, really. It was just like, this is really happening. And I think it was really humbling for me just to have Airtel see the work that I do and feel that we're deserving of that bit of investment, that bit of nudge to take us to the next level. So I was really humbled. I was very emotional. I remember crying last year. And yeah, it was really just overwhelming, and it was such a huge validation of the work that we've been struggling to do, which this space just takes it on to the next level. Between when we launched, about September and October, we had over 150 walk-ins into Safe Place here. It was amazing. It just feels like everybody was just waiting for us as an organization to be in one place so that, you know, they could come to that place to be able to seek help. And because Airtel gave us this space, that has been able to happen. In literally less than 2 months, we had over 150 walk-ins into Safe Place Nigeria. Wow. Our plan for the future and where we really love to see ourselves in the next 5 to 10 years is having a place like Safe Place Nigeria right here in every state in Nigeria. So being able to give this very big privilege and opportunity to other communities across Nigeria, being able to give them the gift of preventative mental health care, which, to be honest, as a country, we cannot afford more and more people to have mental health conditions, issues, before we begin to respond to them. So the thing about She Writes Woman is that it's women-led, but that doesn't mean that it is for women only. Men do walk in here. We have quite a number of male beneficiaries as well, and we give them that level of support and signposting, and we have those mental health conversations with them. So it's very important that people, irrespective of whether you are male or female, know that you have a place here at Safe Place. You're not alone. Whatever you're going through makes you feel like it's just you, but it isn't. It's not just you. It's not just you that's different. It's not just you that is, why is this only me? It's not like it's something you've brought upon yourself. We are so many, a lot more than you would ever think of, who are also going through these challenges and who are holding each other together to be able to face the future. So please know that you're not alone and your story matters. Safe Place, where we are at, the Airtel donator to She Writes Woman last year, has been a complete game changer for us. It has, you know, simplified and helped us to reach even more people. The last year has been everything because we've had a space where we've had to not worry about, you know, renting or getting a space every single month. We're able to do other activities here. We've held trainings here. We've trained over 70 mental health responders right in this center over the past 6 months. It's almost like if this didn't happen, then we don't see how it could have happened any other way, to be honest. You know, so it's such an amazing opportunity. It has been really a game changer. So when I say a game changer, I mean literally our numbers in the last 6 to 9 months are nothing like the past 3 years combined. It's been amazing because we never have to worry, because people know where we are at, because we have the luxury of space and we can bring people in, we can train people, we can host events and mixers, we can continue those bits of conversations that we've been carrying out, you know, in bits and pieces across Nigeria and other independent places. So this has been a game changer, Airtel. Thank you so much for making this happen, not just for She Writes Woman, but for as of last year, we realized we've reached over 500,000 Nigerians and people globally. So for all our beneficiaries who we have reached or directly supported, we all say thank you, because it's just been that little bit that has stacked up, and this has completely driven our mission in creating better lives for Nigerians.
Touching lives.
Revisits are one of my favorite parts of the show, but don't go anywhere because we have lots more after the break. To join the conversation and interact with tonight's show, you can visit our social media. You'll find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Touching lives. Touching lives.
Welcome back to Airtel Touching Lives. The Methodist Central Primary School in Akwa Ibom has over 900 students in attendance, but they desperately lack the essential items for a conducive environment. Let's take a look.
Touching lives.
Methodist Central Primary School is the school that I was, from my cradle, I started my primary one here till I finished it. Those trunk of trees there, those are the places that we used to play those days. We play around, we rally around it. So it's a long-standing school, which we have been producing a lot of graduates from these very places, a lot of politicians that we have from this very stock were from the school here. It's like making a step, while the world is going forward and the school is making a step backward. That's what I'm seeing, because there's nothing in terms of development in the school. With the present cutting edge technology and life that people are living right now. So back when I was living, or when I was a pupil here, the school still remained as it is.
Is 9. 9 times 1 again is 9 we have.
The school does not have a chairs. All the people that they are sitting on the ground to receive lectures.
We always used to sit on the floor and write.
The ground is too dirty. The students, they sit on the floor, no chair for them. Even the classroom is nothing to write home about. By the time they sit there to write, before you know it, they slip off. Because you know, when they lie on the floor, they will maybe think they are in their homes. You'll be writing, they will be sleeping, no? And it's so compacted. And the place is hot. With this open place, it's hot.
How can you stay in an environment which is not conducive to learn? You won't be able to learn a better thing. And during the exams, which is coming up soon, those students will be on the floor to write exams. I've been pitying these children lying on the floor.
If you walk down there right now, you see the kind of toilet that the pupils are having. Only one particular pit toilet. And that place is not hygienic at all.
We have only one toilet, and that toilet is not good.
Going to that toilet is an eyesore. 980 people using one toilet. They can go and carry infection from the toilet.
I mean, they can't go there, the place is stinky. And because of this one toilet, at times they will mess the surrounding around. Because some of them in the other side, before they run down to this place, they will mess up the whole compound. So it's tedious for the teachers. Just go there and pack those things to the main toilet. Even the teachers, we don't have a place to eat ourselves. And the children are so tender. They cut these grasses with their hand. And by the time they finish, their hand will peel.
When the child is playing, he or she might have maybe an accident, have a wound, but there's no first aid in the school that can help the teachers to clean up the wounds so that he or she may not contact any the diseases from the ground.
Light, you don't have light. Borehole, because when you have the borehole, when there is no light, that's why the borehole cannot function.
No potable water for the kids, the people to drink during study time.
This school is deteriorating, which is not good. It's a long-standing school like that. This is supposed to be an improvement.
We've been praying. Every morning we'll gather, personally, I'll gather the children, we'll be praying. We enter one classroom, go to the field, we'll be praying, God have mercy on us. And I believe one day God will help us.
The school does not have enough study guides, main books and readers for the pupil.
Though we teachers at times will sacrifice our time, we go to the market and buy this, and even then it is not enough. We'll just go to the children, make these small things that you see, it's our effort. We just go and buy a plank, call local carpenter to nail it, it becomes it. And the few books, aside when we keep them there in the library is not well furnished, no shelf. We leave the books there on the floor, and by the time you come, cockroach, rats, they will eat up the whole books.
If you don't give a child a good education, it might become a tout tomorrow, a hoodlum, criminal, whatever. So I really portion my focus, my my attention on education.
Most of them, they have interest in education. Even if they are studying in an unconducive environment, but they still have that eagerness. I've seen the importance of being educated. And that's why most of these children, when the parent wants to carry them to the riverine area, they say no. They want to pursue education so that they may be something, they may become something something better in future.
I like to go to school so that I will become a winner in my future.
My favorite thing is mathematics. I want to be a pilot because I want to travel to many places.
Most of them, they are from poor home family, and most of them, they don't eat. They can come to school in the morning. When they, sometimes, even on Monday, I called one child, was crying. I said, what is happening? I'm hungry. I said, so your mother didn't give you food? No, for this environment, this is farming season. The mother may leave them at home, prepare, go to school, leave them like that, nothing like food. When a child comes in like that, before 12, she may feel hungry. She started to cry because most of them are from poor families. Very hard before they can eat 1 square meal a day.
The majority of the pupils in the school, they are coming from a low-income family. If you look at them, if you go there and inspect them in the classes, you see that most of them are not with footwears, come to school with barefooted. Most of them you see with torn uniforms. That alone will tell you that their background is not standard. So for you to expect the family to come and fund, maybe pay additional fund so that you can get all those facilities might be very, very difficult.
And the people here, they are not all that buoyant. What they need is send their children to school. Some of them, though they do come to see, they will only shed tears because they don't have the ability to assist. They've been coming to check. At times they will only cry because they say, I wish I have money. I would come and do this and do that, but they are not financially strong.
I'm telling you my experiences here as a headmaster of this school. It will depend on village, nowhere. Only that most of timely, the government of Akwa Ibom State, the State Universal Basic Education Board will come to assist in one thing or the other. Instead of that, the school is just like this.
My dream for this school is that God will visit this school. This school will be a model school where the the students that we are teaching will enjoy both the facilities, the amenities, and those good things so that they will be able to aspire, because I've seen the aspiration in them. They aspire being doctors, nurses, but when the equipments are there, but I believe God will send help to them.
Touching lives.
Stay with us because after the break, we'll have the principal of the school, Mr. Udo, right here in the studio. To join the conversation and interact with tonight's show, you can visit our social media. You'll find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Touching lives. Touching lives.
Welcome back to Airtel Touching Lives. I have in the studio with me Mr. Udo and Mr. Bassi. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Mr. Udo, you are the headmaster of the school. I mean, with these kinds of conditions, what is it like for students studying at this school?
What may happen to them is that they won't be able to get what they study for the day because of bad condition of learning. When the learning environment is not favorable for a child, such a child cannot go back with something. For example, lack of dual desk.
Yeah.
From primary 3 to primary 6. Time for break, they will go, there's no place to ease themselves. Toilet facilities so poor. No water. Nothing. You see? So with such condition, a child cannot get what he went there for. Because his or her mind may not study for the lesson.
I mean, it also sounds as though the place is a health hazard in itself.
Most of the buildings are being condemned because of how whether native, I don't know. destroy the doors, windows, even ceiling.
Mr. Bassi, you attended this primary school as well, which makes it, a piece of legacy for that community. And to hear and to see these kinds of things happening, what do you think will happen if nothing is done?
It's going to be a danger in terms of academic future of those pupils. So I think it is very pertinent for us now. That is why I thank God for Airtel Touching Lives crew that came to inspect the school.
Yeah. I mean, it's so heartbreaking to hear this because no child should have to go through this for an education, and no teacher should have to also be subjected to this kind of conditions to impart knowledge on young children. So as you know, Airtel is passionate about education, we're passionate about community development, and we're definitely going to do something for the school.
Okay.
Because no child deserves to be subjected to those kinds of situations, and teachers as well.
Yes.
So Airtel will be refurbishing the existing 6 classroom blocks, and they'll provide furniture for the classrooms and teaching staff.
That's
and
great.
Teaching staff room.
That is great.
And they will also be refurbishing the pit toilets to turn them into modern toilets.
We appreciate. Thank you very
So
much.
how does that make you feel?
I feel so happy, and it's really encouraging because presently, if those facilities are being put on places, it will encourage the people to learn, and the teachers too. They will enjoy the facilities. Yeah. When they go to the school, they will be happy to teach the children.
Yes, and also
so
if they are not,
even the community
will be happy.
They will be
also.
happy that far from the urban area, then the Methodist Central Primary School is being touched by Airtel, so it's going to be very, very interesting for us.
Well,
so
we are thankful, we are grateful to be part of this development, and we know that you just being on the show means people are going to watch it and they're going to also want to do something about it as well.
Yes, and also we put all things in place in terms of security. When
to protect the facilities.
To protect the facilities.
Thank you very much for being on the program, and thank you for the amazing work that you continue to do.
Thank you very much. We are grateful.
Children deserve to be in a safe, secure, and healthy environment so they can learn and become the future that they're supposed to be. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Airtel Touching Lives. Next week on Airtel Touching Lives, we take a trip to catch up with old friends. And we meet a grandmother trying to care for her grandson.
Gosper lost his mom when he was about 6. The grandmom is more or less on her own.
The family needs help, my mom needs help.
The day I met the child, he was chased from school. I said, open your hand, what was that? It was 3 palm kernels. That was his snack.
I wanna touch your life. I wanna be the change. I'm gonna shine my light. I'm gonna make a difference. Touch your life. Be the change. Shine my light. And make a difference. You're the one to make the world a much better place. You're the one, you're the one, touching lives.
Airtel, the smartphone network.